All right, we are live again. Today we are going to try to figure out our inventory system to make it work with our boxes. So creating crates and stuff to hold your inventory. Or hold your items so you don't have to keep them on your person at all times. As you can see here, we have the inventory right here. So I'll need to adjust my drag and drop functions, all of that, to be with a second inventory in mind. So currently, if I go here and I press E, it swaps the number 1 and the number 2 inventory positions, which is kind of nice because that means it's basically there. I just need to adjust all the other things like dragging it over there. And then we can do something where it's like, okay, you go up to here and you press E and it opens the box and it pulls this up. Otherwise, it just shows your inventory and maybe some empty slots here or something, or maybe no slots. So yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully we can just get it fully working. That would be awesome. Because I think all we need to do is adjust. We need to adjust like all of the functions to accept the new inventory. And then every time you walk up to it, it's just going to fill that inventory. So like on your player, you have your inventory node. It's just going to fill this secondary inventory with whatever the box inventory is. Something like that. But first, let's go grab our links and throw them in the Discord. This is one of those things where I'm feeling like, am I going to be able to do this? Like, And I know I can, but it's like, how much headache is it going to be? And I have no idea. It might be a big headache, or it might be relatively simple. But we start by looking at our small box. Actually, first we look at our player. Current outside inventory. Okay, so we have current outside inventory. New Jank, what's up? So we can say our current outside inventory is going to be, it's not going to be an inventory. But it will be an array, so we can at least type it like that, I guess. We'll just say that. Can we do... Oh, this is... We can do that. What's up, New Jank? How you been? We're now working on figuring out secondary inventories. Like, have a box here, and then you open it up, and then you can swap between them. Which right now I just have, it's literally bound to the E button, and all it does is it swaps the first one from one to the other. But this isn't even connected to the box. It happens everywhere. It's just a thing. But basically, in my inventory node, I have two inventories, your main one and then your secondary. And the secondary is just whatever box you're looking through. It will fill it with that box's inventory. So, I'll show you what I've been up to. 1 mo or 1 minute moment. I'm getting there eventually. Still the same project, I assume. Okay. If current, oh wait, item tech dot current focused interactable is not equal null, then second can I type inventory dot secondary inventory equals let's break this into another component. Let's say inventory add outside inventory, and we're going to say current focused nope, item detect dot current focused interactable dot inventory. Okay, we're going to do that. Then we go here, go to our inventory. Oh, so much. Function add outside inventory inv. Let me say for I in inv first we say secondary inventory dot resize 0. Then we say secondary inventory dot resize to inv dot no, not inv size, player. Something like that. Still garden project, DMD on Discord. Okay, let me take a look. Oh, we have an ad starting in 2 minutes, just a heads up. Oh, sick. Do you mind if I pull up on stream? 80%-ish of the core system. Dang. Let me see. I can't really zoom. There we go. And let me see. This is a lot. But mapping it out like this is so smart. Unfortunately, I am the type to... I might create the first quarter of a map like this. And then I'll forget that the map exists. You don't care? Okay. If I open link... Yeah. This is like actual planning. I'm so bad at like using any plans I come up with. But this is sick. It's sick to like actually architect it out. Even mapped out the file system. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that is already I'm just a jumble of files. It's crazy. Scripts. I never know whether or not to do scripts or should I have the script within a folder for each scene. Like right now I'm doing scripts with classes, modules, which are like little tiny things like, well, like the hitbox. Not tiny, but that's sick though. I should probably do something similar with this. I have my like Trello thing, but that's just like basic tasks. It's not like an architecture sort of deal. Okay, so we resize it, and then we go Ryan in secondary. I.item. I think I can just do that. Should be a regular equals. Okay. Almost always go with one folder per script scene. That seems like I should do that. One folder per scene and keep everything related to that scene in that folder. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think I should do. Of course, now I'm so far along that I don't want to adjust anything, but I don't mind a scripts folder for things like classes and little like modules, like being, you know, the hurt box is something that's like a component basically. But man, it's really annoying to search through scripts and stuff. I know I can filter and everything, but if I filter for acts, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things pop up. And it's in 5 separate folders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just like, I don't like, oh, I guess you can't even see because we have the face in front of it. But yeah, it's annoying having that like jumble of a bunch of different folders. Things are all split out. Okay, so we do that. If I does not equal null, I guess I could do something like this. Update outside. size, and then 4i and we don't really need to update the UI. If you watch this video, timestamp the part you discusses folder structure.
Moving to the project structure, I use folders to separate different unrelated areas of my code. For example, the characters and the monsters in this game have a completely different code base, so they are in two different folders. If I go down the monsters folder, I have two monsters, the mosquito and the porcupine. This project is small, it's for educational purposes, so you won't find a very deep hierarchy of folders, but the idea is use the folders to categorize your codes, your scenes, and to group related elements together. And I really recommend to keep the content of the folders quite specific when you go deep down the tree. So for example, for my mosquito, my flying enemy, I have two scenes, the related scripts and sprites, and if I had more sprites, they would be grouped in a subfolder.
Honestly,
called sprites,
this is the way to go.
And nothing more. I could have all the content of the mosquito folder and the porcupine grouped together here. The folder structure is representative of your project's architecture. The next tip is about moving things around and renaming them in your project. Make sure that you do everything from within the file system Docker. So Godot has all the functionality you need to move folders and files, and this is very important because look at my level scene right here. I'm on the game's level and I have a player, a porcupine that I instantiated 2 times from the file system Docker. When you add these scenes into another scene, it gets written into your TSCN files, which are text files. For example, in the level, I'm going to have 3 references to the porcupine itself. If you want to move something and you just drag and drop it on a different folder, maybe Godot will update the dependency paths, but if you use the move to function, you can be sure that it will do so. And also displays
so if I want to go through
folders
and
as
clear
a
it
tree
up,
where you can navigate and
then
find
that's
the
a good way to
exact
do it,
folder
and
where
it
you
won't,
want to move things.
it won't mess
The same
things
thing
up.
now for renaming. You can use the built-in rename functions to do that. And it's going to fix all the dependencies in the scenes in which you've instantiated the element you just renamed. Now I'm going to enter the player scene to show you something very interesting and very important. The player, or the character-based scene in that case, has an animation player with a few animations. You have the nodes on the one hand that add behavior to your game. And on the other hand, you have resources that store data. So when you have a tile set that you plug into a tile map, or a sprite that you plug into a sprite node, the sprite, the tile set are resources.
2 main approaches: either you have a script scene sprites on the root and keep all the scripts in that folder, or all sprites in that, or you do it that way where you have a folder per scene, and inside you have just script scene sprites just for that scene. Yeah, I've always done the first approach, but I don't actually like doing that. I would rather do it this way. So I think at some point I can move things around, because it is annoying to like search through things and have 8 different folders pop up. It's easier to find things by type, script, scene, sprite. Yeah. And the second, it's easier by object. That's mostly what I'm looking for anyways, is the object / yeah. I mean, there's some things like, so I have, yeah, like building part, world scenes, and then I have building parts, and it has all of my building part scenes. But I could still have that and just have a folder, either a folder for each or just like this. But then I would also have any scripts associated with it in there. It's like it wouldn't be, yeah. Princess Ashley, what's up? What are we doing? Currently, we are working on my survival game. Okay, let's see what broke. Inventory on base object type. Looks like we really should just change this item detect. So if it's an interactable, then we should say area.get parent. Here, I'll show you once we fix this. Area entered, okay. If it's interactable, then we do that. Then here, we remove at, we find area.get parent. .get parent. Okay, I think this is correct. Perfectly fine to mix them, like you might want to have a scripts folder. Yeah. For like, yeah, classes and stuff. Oh, just broke again. Small box to a variable. Oh, interactable. Because this is trying to find... It's trying to be that. Okay. Princess, we will show you eventually here when it stops breaking. Okay, it broke again. Null. How are we doing? Oh. Whoops. Let's just do size. Just do it this way, I guess. Sorry, more things are breaking. -1, -1. This needs to be the same. I can't just do that. I have to do okay, we'll see what breaks now. This is how you're supposed to do it right here. Okay. Sick. It's working. Anyway, Prince says, this is the project. We've got a little, survival game. I'm going to fly around a bit real quick. There is no jetpack in real life. But the idea is that you can get up on top of one of these guys, which is basically a walking boulder of sorts, or rock golem. You can tell him to go around. I got to figure out the system for that. And you can also, whoops, let me get back up. Yeah, grow bro. I did call him mountain bro in the Trello. But you can also build your base on top if you want. Whoops. Like so. And then you can tell him to move around, and he will bring you places and your base. Then I need to also add some sort of thing for, like, let's say, your base walked off. You do need to be able to basically whistle and have it come right back, like this. Because maybe you built the base on the ground over here, and you're like, all right, this is going to be my forward mobile base. I mean, that's my mobile base, this is my forward base here, yada, yada. Surface should be dangerous. I think so. Especially at night. I'm going to have some, there's going to be some like folklore style creatures, as well as weird, grass bro type creatures as well. But it will be dangerous. You'll build a base. But I don't know if you'll just start out with this guy, or if you'll have to go find one. But otherwise, yes, the surface is dangerous. During the daytime, it's dangerous, but also at night. Go tame or find one. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it should be fairly obvious that you can... Like, there needs to be a way of knowing that, although I don't want to really teach the player anything. Kind of like the idea of you just figure things out. Like, maybe you find a whistle that will call the nearest one to you, or multiple, something like that. Maybe you find a seed and you have to care for it for so long or something. I mean, could be something like that. There is the grass bros, which are basically this guy. Seed attracts enemies. Ooh. So you're like growing one. That's definitely possible. Like it's you have to defend. Yeah. We'll see. I've kind of thought of it as like, all right, you stumble across one in the wild, then you just figure out how to tame it. But I also do like the idea of growing one from a grass bro, like farming on, and then you have to feed it a ton of rocks and dirt, something like that, and then over time it gets bigger and bigger. But yeah, we'll figure something out. In the meantime, it does look like this is working. It's not breaking, at least. So. Let's go to our player again. I'm going to lurk for a bit and finish up this refactor. Okay, sounds good. Okay, now if I do this, what happens? So I do this. So E, let's say if event that is action pressed let's just say hotbar 1. Okay, that broke. Nil on object of type nil. It's maybe not clear at all. I guess we don't need to do that, right? Hmm. We need to do a UI dot visible equals true. Nice. Oh, actually, wait. We got to do this, then back out. Then we go here. Okay. It's now disappeared. Oh, I think it's because we're resizing it. Oh, we haven't even called update outside inventory yet. I think we have to do secondary inventory. Current focus interactable not equal null. Update outside inventory. Let's do this, make it a size of 4 just to make sure that things are working. Okay, we'll see what else we break with this one. Okay. Secondary does not equal null. Then we set inventory I. You know what I think it is? I think we need to do this. I don't think this does anything. Okay, what's happening with our secondary inventory? Okay, it broke. I think we should do this. And then we do I minus 1 equals item slot dot new. Kind of repopulating it every time. Okay, it's still 0 because there's nothing in that inventory. Okay, we've got 4 resources in there. opens it up, but it's not populating ours. Go back to our player, say interact. If it's not null, we add the outside one. Thoughty, what's up? How you doing? Okay, for secondary does not equal null. And we should be setting the item to that item. Maybe we do need to do this. I think I'm structuring this wrong in the first place, but we will take another look. Okay. Current outside inventory equals item detect dot current focused interactable dot inventory. Okay, this is I don't think we need this then. It's okay. I am thinking about this wrong because we're adding the inventory, but then we need to update it when something happens. So when you do this, we need to say, hey, let's say inventory update outside inventory. We're going to do the same thing. Let's try this. Nope. We're also not seeing any slots. Seeing a bunch of slot fulls. Where's slot full? Okay, that was pickup. Okay. Okay, so we have this updating the slots. Item slot dot new. Then when we update the outside inventory, we take our secondary inventory, we look through it, and if it's not null, then we set the inventory I item to the secondary inventory I item. Let's print So when we press hotbar 1, we don't need this. We update our outside inventory. We update our secondary inventory, then we update the outside one. I think I'm making this way more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, it's printing null, 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 null in our inventory. Then it's printing the item, null, 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 item, null, 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 and then an extra null there. Then multiple. This should be a size of 4, right? Yeah. But it's not printing those. Oh, we're just printing the inventory here. I see. But that inventory has something. Why is it printing it so many times? Let's get rid of that. Oh no, it just printed it once. But then we have null here. Oh, you know what? Does not equal null. We need dot item does not equal null. Okay, doesn't change a single thing. Update inventory UI. Okay, there it printed null when we opened it up. And it's just null, 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 null. Here we had 2 resources, so it was showing a resource there. Okay, nothing printed yet. Now we press E, what happens? Nothing is printed. Press hotbar 1 once. Goes null, resource, null, null. So if this item does not equal null, then we set this one's item to be secondary item. Why is this getting all swapped around? From index should be 0. Okay, we do that again. Showed us that, this, that, and that. Why is the first one? Oh, because we're not doing I-1s here. Okay, it probably still isn't going to update, but at least we don't have that issue. Okay, it's still not updating. Okay, let's go ahead and stop this again. Still did that. Okay, it's still assigning it to that. Why? Oh, I haven't even been pressing hotbar 1. No, wait, yeah, I have, because I switched it. Do I have a off by 1 in my swap 2 secondary slots? Oh, I can swap it back. It's just not updating this secondary inventory. Oh. Okay, we need something like this. Load the outside inventory. Put it here. And then sync it back to the outside whenever we do something. When we add one, we resize it to the correct size. Then 4i in size, create a new item slot. If it doesn't equal null, then we do this. So this here is not working correctly. The sync inventory, we're going to take this and just move it here. Spet, what's up? Okay, let's go back to our player. I'm going to say sync. Whoops. Sync inventory. Okay, so right now there's nothing there. E does not update our slots. Okay. Uploaded my own script to the Discord, which is good for easily loading resources into a dictionary on a parallel thread. The script, it's a scene, but it works for any resource. Interesting. Wrote about last time. I'll have to take a look at that in a bit. Loading resources into a dictionary. Is that for like saving data? I'm trying to think if I've tried to do something like that before. On my first game. But I know I didn't get very far because it was my first game. Okay, so we have sync inventory. Update inventory UI. This should be updating our slots. Yoden, what's up? I see you post dev stuff every day for a long time now. I envy your drive for game dev. I hope you the best for you on this adventure. Thank you so much, Yoden. By the way, I love your name. Great name. But yeah, I really appreciate that. I've definitely been grinding at it now for a bit. I don't know. It's I would say that like 3 years ago, I would never be able to stick with it. But for some reason at the beginning of 2024, I just really got into it. And then I've been busy, so it's over this past like 8 months or so. So it's been harder to keep up with it. But right now I've got a good stretch of time where I can just keep going. And yeah, I don't know. I think streaming it has really helped. It's helped me to keep going. And obviously the fact that, like, when you've been doing it for 6 months, you can look back and be like, oh, wow, I actually did learn a ton over these past 6 months. And then every project seems more doable, you know. As you go, you just build momentum. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's about loading resources in a parallel thread instead of preload or load. Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. That's right, because we were, yeah, I remember you talking about the preload versus load. Okay. Okay, I wonder why. This is not firing. Print. Let's give this another shot. And let's get our music going again. Oh, by the way, Confused Cork. Thank you for the follow. Sorry. Almost missed you. Okay, no slot updated. We're getting our... Whoops. Update outside. Oh, this isn't a... let's just comment this. Continue. Okay, here we gotta check. Now we continue. Oh, we just lost our item. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Press 1, nothing happens. I go here, go there, disappears. What happens if I go like that? Okay. Oh, okay. We're getting our item back. So we can't. We switch it over. I press 1, nothing happens. I go back here, blip. So our inventory does exist, it's just not updating at all. Okay, let's look for this. Where were we printing that null? Okay, we don't need to do that. We just need it to actually emit this. Let's go to our inventory UI. Let's say print updated. Forgetful, what's up? Okay, updated, updated, updated. We press E, one more updated. Press 1. We got like 3 more updated. Press 1 again. Okay. What is going on here? Why is this not firing? Oh, there are no children there to update. So we do this right at the beginning. If no, wait, what are we doing here? If inventory dot in secondary inventory. Maybe something like this? secondary inventory size is more than 0. Okay, it is more than 0. So where's my slots at? Oh, because we're still doing this. Let me just do this with it outside. Why does this not show up? Oh, what is the order of operations here? Okay. In our inventory, we add this outside inventory when we pick up this. Do I need to do this? I don't think so. I think that maybe obliterates it. So we need to add the new inventory. Which is grabbing the second inventory size. Oh, this is killing my brain. All I really want is for slots to pop up when you open this thing. Let's do that there, I guess. Okay, now we go to add outside inventory because that is clearly, we're saying new item slot, this, setting everything. We're saying update the UI. Let's say slots here. Let's go back to our player, add new inventory. Slots. Hey, Versailles. Versailles? I don't know. What's up? Goodness, this is just killing my brain. I cannot think through this. Okay. Do we need secondary inventory sized? Do we need to have this second array here? Coded an inventory a while back. It wasn't the easiest. Yeah, I'm just struggling when it comes to like how I should set up this this box, because you open a box and right here on the right you can see there's like the second gray box where the items are not, and that's supposed to have slots for the box's inventory, and I can swap between those two, and I can go away and it's like, oh, I can't get it, and then I go back and I can pick it back up from that. It's just not updating the UI. Starting to wonder if I should just have, if I should even care about the secondary inventory. Maybe I just do this. Can I just do this? Equals inv. What breaks when I do this? Okay, I can still grab it. Initial goal was to make an inventory where each item would have a different size, but it was so hard I ended up with simple. Yeah, I don't even want to try to do like Tetris style inventory. Do you have an element of -1 index in inventory array? For loop, I-1. Yeah, so initially I did have that. I had an off by 1. But I think it's good now. It's just what if I do update inventory UI.emit? I need to add that in. Okay. We're just going to say that secondary inventory equals this outside inventory, right? Then we update our inventory UI. Sync inventory is... Can I just do this? At this point, I don't even know if I need this secondary inventory thing. I'm just gonna fully assign it. I may rebuild what I was starting with from the ground up. Okay, that still works. Now in the player, oh, sorry, let me go back. Your UI update method refresh the whole UI or just the one that was moved? It should do the entire thing. It goes through every slot. I think there's some things where it is just a slot by slot basis instead of the entire thing, but this should be the whole inventory being updated. Let's take that out. Let's print. Oh, this isn't getting done anymore. Oh. Maybe this is it. We're not. Whoop, not. I was doing the size there, but I don't think we need the size anymore. Yes! Okay, now if I swap the slots, boom, it's there. If I go over here, blip, not there. Oh, it's still showing up. Okay. What we need to do is... Okay, now we just need to sync it correctly. Yeah, I was doing for I in secondary inventory.size. That's no, like there was no size. We don't need a second inventory size. This is gone. Dunzo. Okay, sick. This goes. Boom. Okay, now in our sync, we do this. Then we say, let me think here. So this adds the outside one. Then we sync whenever we need to do something. Then clear inventory. Okay, so now in our player, when we walk up and we press E, should add those slots. It should set it to true. Now we're doing this swap two slots there. We sync it. Sync outside inventory. Let's go to our inventory, sync outside inventory. Then inventory, or in our player, if we leave that spot, oh, -1 index, that loop isn't good. In Godot, it's tricky, and therefore users run into the error that allows to refer to the negative first. I have ran into that. Wasn't intentional, then it's still a mistake. Yeah, I think, oh, Fade, what's up? I actually have ran into that before. And I'm sure there's many issues with my code. Godot WRY today. What is that? Okay, so this, boom. Shoot, maybe we need to do, trying to think of the steps that this will go. So you walk up, you press E, it opens, it adds the new inventory slots. Then when you toggle inventory, then we need to do something like this. Okay, it broke. This is when we update. I wouldn't allow this. This is me in full get it working mode in the worst way possible. Okay. Oh, okay. It's not clearing. It's also not letting me close this. Wait, am I thinking of the right thing? Break. Is it because we're clearing it when we okay, now this is breaking. So it's an array of item slots. This is also an array of item slots. So why is this Yeet, what's up? You have been developing your horror game video game in your YouTube channel? Nice. Good stuff. Okay, once again, I have broken my own brain, and I have created such a mess that it's going to be pretty rough. Let me, so this inventory swapping, we're just setting this secondary inventory to equal that. And then we set that one to equal the secondary inventory. This is like our middleman one. Do we need this? Let me check something first. Can I move around if I'm... Yes, I still can, which means if we go out of range, it's not going to work. Is this just an off by one? It's saying invalid get index 4. Hmm. Oh, this is not good. Okay, let's go back to our inventory. Actually, let's go here. We have update slots. Break this into here. Maybe I should use this. Oops. 4 slot in secondary grid container dot get children. Slot dot queue free. We're also going to do this. So we're just going to set these. We're going to do this. Then in our player, we can go back up to here. Current focused interactable. Hey, Daboot, what's up? You want to watch me code terribly for way too long? Do I actually want to do this? Yeah, sure. I guess. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is just killing my brain, but okay, inventory, add new inventory slots. Sweet, cool. Let's delete this. Okay, we're setting that to that. We're going to go ahead and do current outside inventory. Okay, now in our player, when we do this, we can still call inventory.sync outside inventory. Let's go back to our inventory. This is here. We can just do this, I guess. I don't think we need that. Okay, let's see what breaks. Like 400 things are going to break here, but... Okay. Small box. We have item slot done new. Okay. Wait, when we do this, we say this. Okay, sick. Then we need to do sync. Sync outside inventory here. That broke. Let's start it again. Okay, 0 slots. Okay, what is being... Okay, current outside inventory, sick. We're syncing that. What does the sync do again? We changed it to just do this. Okay, nice. Then when we update slots, we do that. Oh, we got to do this. We're just going to do that for now. Clear it and then rebuild it instantly. This is not good, but there we go. Okay, now when I press 1, still looking for index of 4. Update secondary slots. This is just a... Wait, no. Why is this doing... Is this a size of 5? Why would it be a size of 5? J is starting at 0. What happens if I just put it at -1 here? Because it seems like it's just an off by 1, right? But I can't see where that is. Still trying to get index 4. Okay, so it's going much more than that. It's doing something weird. So there's 4 children. Let me try it again, see what it actually is. J is 4. Why is J 4? Is there 5? Is there 5 children for some reason? If I change this to 20, does it break and say 21? Okay, there it just breaks. Yeah, index 20. Why is it adding more than 1 per? Like, why does it work here and here? And if I do -1 there, it still breaks with the index of 4. Why? What am I missing? Okay. Whoops. Nope. Player var dot current outside inventory dot size -1. Return. Okay. I guess. J plus 1 is somehow getting us to 4. It's doing this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. But J starts out as 0. Should go 0, 1, 2, 3. Or am I an idiot? I mean, I am, but still. Doesn't mean it doesn't make sense. Okay. We update these slots. Now in our inventory, when we do this, this should be happening. So why it's not, I have no idea. Why is it not updating? This gets called, goes through and it updates our whole inventory. Then we update secondary slots because let's print updating. Updating. Okay, sick. It's updating like 40 times. Not saying rewrite the game. I often see users do an inventory by directly modifying grid elements. What I would do is instead store the items in an inventory array as item resources derived from the resource class. These item resources store the item data, and I would only make changes to the array. And when the array changes, I would visually update the UI based on the array. Obviously, the movement, etc., happens on the UI, but it would only perform operations on the array than the UI grid. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of what I'm doing. So I have item slot, which is a resource, and all it holds is an item resource and a quantity. And then there's the inventory is just an array of item slots. And then each slot keeps track of its index and stuff, so then we can move things, swap things around, do stuff like that. And that does help because then I have that. All the logic is on the inventory side. And then the UI just updates. And right now it's obviously updating freaking 3 times here for some reason. That's all stuff we can fix later. But I am just going crazy trying to figure out why this... I guess we don't need to do this. And this. So... we add the inventory slots. We clear them and then we add them. Then we update them. Let's try this. Finally, think I'm finished with this refactor. Nice. Should be good to continue with feature work. There we go. And then it won't be too long until you get to refactor again. At least that's how I do. Oh, no worries, Thoughty. No, Newjank actually showed me this system, and then I've kind of built my own that is worse. But, okay. 0 and, okay, perfect. We have the right index. We have a resource there. Cool. Where's our updating thing? Let's get rid of that. 1, 1, okay. It's printing these, which means that it's not null. And then we should be updating the slot. Why is the slot not updating? What is this? Why is there an item name text? I truly cannot figure out why we're calling update with valid data, unless it's just happening out of order. Probably improved it. Well, I'm destroying it now, don't worry. Don't you worry, it's falling apart quickly in front of me. Print statements everywhere. Mm-hmm. Hey, print debugging is the only way to go. RCB, I can save and commit this, and I will. Just know that this commit is broken. Okay. If it does not equal null, then we update our secondary slots. This prints some stuff, which we are clearly doing. Okay, if I do this, that just gives me the child count, and then I have to get child.
don't know. I just got here.
What is breaking here? Oh, I should be doing maybe like var slot equals get child. Something like that. Oh my goodness. This is just literally the same way of doing it, I think. So we get the child count. I don't know. Okay, we still get the index 4 thing. Because because I'm going insane. We're literally doing the same thing. Yeah, it's the same exact thing. You just adding an extra phony item that's causing it? Maybe you want to print the name of each? Yeah, maybe something like that. Let's print. Let's print the inventory every single time we do this. See what's going on with that. Okay, we got several billion of these. Let me clear it. Press 1 again. Several billion again. Why is it happening that many times? How many grid containers do we have? I guess we're maybe calling this 3 times or something, but why is it calling it that many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is more than just 4 times 3. Let's go ahead and clear that. I guess we're... Okay, let's call it here so then we don't get 7 billion. Okay, that doesn't call it. Okay. Okay, none. Interesting that this is... Why did that get called? And again. Wait, do we have... Did I set it to an empty one? I'm gonna not type this. Okay. Now it's not printing because it actually is null. I don't know if that was it. Okay, now it's printing it 4 times. Sick. Now we can print this. Did it again, but now with one more. Oh, we can do dot item. Let's clear this. Press 1 again. Now it printed our one item, 362. Oh, 632, yeah. Which means it is running the update function. The update function is literally running. Are we clearing this anywhere? Oh, okay. We just need to actually clear it. Now we have it. It's just that now we need to clear it. So maybe we were just clearing this before it could really be updated. Like we were clearing it before and then we were calling update. So I don't know why. If it does not equal null, maybe it was because of that. Okay. If it's not null, then we do that. Otherwise, we do this. We still need to clear it beforehand. Oh. I-1 is not the same as get child count -1. I guess I could just do that. So these are all need to just be that. Wait, is this starting at 1 here or is this starting at 0? Last element of the first index, or at the first index. It does start at 0. Why did I think that this starts at 1 on when you get an int? Because like when I do it for, you know, something in size. Have I just been wrong in my impression the entire time? I mean, it's so possible. I could have swore there are, oh no, that's if I'm doing with just get child. Okay, now that breaks. Now we're getting our, oh. Do I not need to do -1 here? What is... Construct an int, it always starts at 0. You can do var I equals 1 if you want 1. Okay. So this should start at 0. Okay. So I don't need to do the -1. Or do I? Child count should be 4 in this case. No, okay, it's still giving me still going to number index 4 even though the child count should be only 4. Because add new inventory slots. That's where I'm doing this. No, that's different. Okay. We add these slots, then we get the children. For I and get child count. So this should be a -1 here, right? Because it's starting at 0. Does it... But it's still giving us an index of 4. Even though that's... Okay, let's print... print I. Give me I. Output 0, 1, 2, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is going on? First of all, let's go to our let's make it so it doesn't print twice. Oh, this already has an update inventory UI.emit. This is just the best part about my programming. Okay. So it starts at 0 and then goes to 2. And then it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is just awesome. That's exactly what we want. Do I just want to do this? Okay. So do I clear these slots then? Or does that break it again? Do I just not want to get the child count because child counts is clearly weird? Okay, that breaks it again. 012 012 012. Okay, perfect. Actually, it shouldn't be I-1. Right? I have no idea. I'm literally just pushing buttons now and typing random text. Okay. So that clears it. Now we got 0123 0123. Okay, perfect. Good. That's what we want. Now, we're saying to update these slots. But when we clear the slots, it breaks. There it adds it twice. Nice. And twice again. And twice again. Okay. So really we should only be adding the slots here. Where was that? Add new inventory slots. Okay. I think we're finally getting there. Be easier to manually draw your own array of arrays to populate on demand. To be honest, man, with where my brain cells are right now, you could say as many words as you want, and about 3% of them are going to register. So I have confused myself adequately here to have no confidence in this process. But through sheer tyranny of will, we will get there. Okay. Update on base null instance on a null instance. Okay. Is it just because we haven't added them yet? Oh, it might be that. I don't think I actually need that right there. I think inventory or player needs to have that. Okay. Now, when we go over here, it's going to stay there, and then we go back here and it adds. That is fine. That is totally fine. What we do is item detect. Right now we have current focused interactables. If we leave No handles most of the time that you don't have to use -1 almost anywhere, which is sometimes misleading. Sorry if I'm a little late in responding. My English isn't the best and I have to use a translator. Yeah, no worries, no worries. And like I said, right now I'm in a brain fog, so okay. Yeah, okay. That does make sense as to what I was doing wrong. Now what happens here is, okay, we need to open this up. And then this is saying clear secondary. What we need to do here is inventory UI clear secondary slots. Okay. All right. It works. It works, finally. RJL, what's up? How you doing, man? Okay, we currently have one function right now, which is you press 1, and it takes whatever is in your first slot, puts it in the second. I also noticed it isn't making the mouse do its thing. Pull up inventory. We're just going to do this. Or, yeah. We need to name this better. Toggle inventory UI. We're going to pull all of this here. Okay, which means we can then go to our player where we're doing this. Inventory UI dot toggle inventory UI. Copy this, throw it over here. Okay, let's try it again. Thank you. Yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. By the way, Daboot, right now you're watching me suffer, but I should show you. I don't know if you've seen this build system I made yet. RGL, I don't know if you've seen it either. Okay, we can do that. Nice. Okay, now we just need to rebuild our whole system. Oh, why is that? No. It's doing it again. It just doesn't add it when I do that. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that's every time we press E. Okay, blip. Oh, that's because we're doing this here. Add new inventory slots. Ah, because we're checking this. Can we just do it like that? Oh, that's on toggle. I'll just put this here too. Is action press, toggle inventory and item detect current focused interactable equals This is so bad, dude. The way that I'm doing these things. It's so thrown together and it's going to cause me so many headaches down the road, and it's already causing me headaches. And I ain't doing a thing about it. Okay. Okay, when we're still looking at it, and then we, oh. Okay, there it goes away. Then we look back at it, it's not there. But if we toggle into it, toggle out, toggle back, then it's still there. So there's going to be some figuring out we do. But also came back for the camp out to hang out with everyone back home. Nice. I'm actually going up there tomorrow. Are you up there currently? Been lurking. I've seen everything. Nice, nice. Okay, I'll show you real quick, Dabu. So we've got our walking mountains. I think you've seen these, right? Oh, almost came back. Ah. Dang, that would have been good. Yeah, because I'm headed up there tomorrow. Okay, you've seen the mountains. Have you seen this stuff? Oh, actually, turns out to build, you need to have wood. So let me go grab some wood. Oh, no. What just broke? Okay. This is the annoying part, is when things break, so I can't even show off the other things that don't break. Okay. Okay, but I can show you this. We do have a build system, which is pretty cool. And we can make these guys walk around with our bases. So now I can, you know, go out and gather things. And bring my base with me, you know? You decided to go with building on them? Yeah. I was debating on it. Yeah. We have decided we're going full survival mode. It's not going to be the puzzle game. That's why I've got to get all this inventory stuff figured out, because yeah. I think what I can do is inventory. So when you interact, can I just say null here? Okay, breaks again. Update in base null instance. Didn't we already say if we're null, then just return? Update in base null instance on a null instance. Zero, zero, zero. Even my nulls are null. That is so true. Actually, this maybe should be... No, this could still be current focus interactable. So this should be does not equal null. No, this doesn't work either. Press toggle and it equals null. Then we should clear that. Oh my goodness. I have too many things broken into too many places. Because I know there's going to be other things breaking this. Hey, Dianara, what is up? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. How you doing? Man, okay. I'm going to undo all of this stuff. Okay. So it is the same. All right. Okay, so nothing's there. Then you come into here, still nothing there. Open this up, you transfer it, go like this, and it breaks? No? Okay. Okay. Oh, and there it broke. Okay, where is current outside inventory? Yes, inventory systems, and having a very tough time with it because we're trying to actually get it so then we can put stuff in boxes and not have everything break. But the way I've built this is not good. It's so messy. Okay, we got all this. It's trying to update a slot to be null when that null slot doesn't exist. Why is it trying to update that? I guess I could do wait, no. Slot equals do a null check here. Hate to raid and run, but it's late for me. Good luck. Hey, no worries. You have a great night. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, peace out. Have a nice evening. We are in a bit of a suffer mode, so it's fine. There's not much getting done here. Okay. Is it just that was becoming null instantly after getting seen? Oh, look at that. It's trying to put it in the slot index of that. That's kind of nice to know. Things are breaking correctly, at least. I think it's just that. Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm grabbing that one. So if I grab that one, it'll pull that one. Okay. I mean, This guy keeps getting up and down every time I press E. Okay, we got our little 1x2 here. Should just make doors and finish up the building system, but... Okay, if I go back to my box, where'd it go? Okay, I can still swap things over to it. Okay. I think it is just, it was just like the slot was becoming null before I could really do anything. Classic Rust base, yep. Perfection. And we did get our foundations and stuff lining up better. I think that actually does line up well. It's just that the wall sticks out a little bit. But our triangles and stuff are now more accurate. Like, you don't get weird alignment issues. Or at least not as much. Until maybe if you built a really big base. Yeah, like even right here, these all align. Which is pretty nice. Nice to have that figured out. Oh, what broke there? I got like stuck on something? Or was that just a frame drop? Okay. Well, now that these things aren't technically breaking anymore. Sort of. Now we can try to update our swaps correctly. So we could just update all of these to include so add to inventory, remove from inventory. We could go through all of these and add a an inventory to it. Secondary inventory no longer exists. This doesn't get used. Swap 2 slots. Drop item. This might have to wait for another stream, which means probably not tomorrow, but on Monday. Because I don't know if I don't think I'll be able to stream tomorrow. Well, how hard will it be? Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. Maybe we just do this, so. So in pickup item, that should always be inventory. Okay. Add to inventory. This is check add to stack. I'm going to do inv here because we also need to add inv here. Oh, this has from in. So we need to have two. This is going to break everything. If they're the same inventory, then, you know, that's fine. We just put the same inventory, but okay. To inv. Okay. Okay, now we go back up through the thing here. So is slot full to index. We need to inv here. So now we go to is slot full. This is incredible. Okay. Add to inventory we already did. Decrease stack and increase stack both need to. Increase stack. Needs to have the inventory as well. This is drop item. We could just keep that where it's, well, no, we still need the inventory. we're doing all of this like this. So now we can increase and decrease stacks in whatever inventories. This is, everything is going to break, but is slot full? I think we can just take this entire thing. Okay, swap 2 slots. Again, man, we're just doing a bunch of... This is all blind, so we're going to see what breaks. Kind of classic. Okay, we go from the top again. Slot index. Okay, that's so we are the slot. We can do this. Not to slot, to inv. From inventory equals inventory. I guess. We can just say inventory UI dot inventory dot inventory. I think that's what we have to do. This is so painfully bad. Oh, actually, this is, yeah, this is good. Okay, we got to do the same thing. Let's do a set from to. No, let's just do set 2. This is 2 inv. Inventory UI dot 2inv. This is just craziness. We have in 2.5 minutes we're gonna have another ad. Okay, this is cleaning it up at least a little bit. That'll be weird, but okay, we can see what breaks. Okay, perfect. Here we have decreased stack. Remove quantity of an item. Let's just do inv there. Things will break. Not Python, but pretty close. Okay, we can still pick up items. E. Okay. Okay. Things aren't breaking as much as I thought. Oh. We just had some things kind of get deleted there, I think. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's... Okay. Increase stack. Get index on base of... What was that? What was I trying to do? Was I trying to drag over there? We should also do... Well, no. This is fine. Let's see what else breaks. And see how that one broke. If I drop that, okay. Drop that, that works. Split, perfect. Can I split into there? Yes, I can. Nice. Oh. It's not quite liking that. There it swapped them. There it's swapping them too. Drop. Oh, and then I open it back up and everything's gone. And then it breaks. Index 5. Wonder if we're having some, if our index numbers are switching around, which normally is fine when it's just one inventory, but obviously doesn't work for this. Actually, it doesn't work for one inventory either. I don't know. It's broken, but it's not as broken as I thought it would be. So I'm actually kind of happy with that. But I do need to get out of here because I'm brain dead and I just have to end stream here anyway. So just struggled for like 2 hours with Steam matchmaking API. Even with worldwide set, some people in different regions can see each other's. Oh, interesting. I could scrape the lobby ID from the friend's game info data. Oh, dang. Yeah. So it is actually working to some extent. But I do need to bounce. I'm actually not too terribly unhappy with the progress, even though it was definitely very slow and my brain has not been functioning properly. But that is fine. We still made progress. I can swap things around. It's just things get obliterated after a little bit. It just deletes whatever's in the other inventory. So, okay. Let's go ahead and see who I can raid. Who's online that I recognize? What language is it? This is a GD script. It's basically Python, or very similar. Shoot, I need to find someone. Mark Songs, what's up? Good to see you again. Good night. Yeah, good night. I'm not seeing anyone I recognize. I want to raid someone that I've raided before, but I mean, I can find someone new. Let's see here. This guy says, learning Godot with Godot Rust. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and give him a raid. He might be away from his computer right now, but either way, I got a raid and run, so I'm going to get this set up. If amount is greater than quantity, the increased stack. I think what I do is I check the quantity already beforehand to see if we can decrease it. And then I just decrease it by the max stack size if it is over that, or decrease it by the amount that it's, you know, if there's only 2 in that stack, then the amount that we decrease it is only by 2. Yeah. So I think that it's just in another function basically. But there's going to be a lot of things I need to figure out now that I have multiple inventories in here and dragging and dropping between them. Like I said, it sort of works, but then it breaks after a little bit too much prodding. But I'm surprised at how much it works after just basically looking through and throwing things around. Like I can still drag that to there. And then I toggle inventory, it's gone. Come back, it's there. Here, and then it disappears. So usually after like 2... there it breaks. Index 4 on base array item slot. There's some indexing going on. Oh, looks like we already rated. Anyway, I will see you all later. Peace out. Have a good one. Those of you in the YouTube chat, have a good one. Fade, yeet. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you next time.